sometimes even when you think you've had it set up, you're like, oh, okay, I can still move some shit around, or you get another eye on it, because I'm staring at it all the time, and I'm like, I think it's good, but somebody can come in here like yourself, or anybody be like, oh, well, why didn't you just do this? And you're like, why didn't I think of it?
We're back in Los Angeles, and we're visiting DTown Pizza, an authentic Detroit-style pizza started by Chef Ryan. He's gonna show us around the kitchen. We're gonna try some of his amazing Detroit-style pizza. I think Detroit-style pizza, when it's done right, is unbelievable. It looks heavy, it eats light, and it's one of those styles that you see popping up all around the US. Ryan has won Best Pizza Competition a few years at the Pizza Expo, and he won 2025 Pizza Maker of the Year from Pizza Today magazine. And we're here to visit, to try the pizza, and to bring you the experience of authentic Detroit-style pizza in the heart of Los Angeles.
We are at DTown Pizzeria in West Hollywood, home of the $100 Detroit-style pizza. I don't know, I guess, we're a 3-time world champion. Pan Pizza was Pizza Maker of the Year in 2025, and we're gonna go fight on and try to win best of the best.
When you won, did you do Detroit-style pizza?
Yeah, we've done Detroit every year.
There's a lot of people who enter that competition, so winning that 3 times is not easy.
We feel pretty proud of that.
How long have you been here for?
This location just turned 2 years. So I'm originally from Michigan and Detroit, so this is the pizza I grew up with. So I'm a chef by trade, been in restaurants for almost 30 years, over 30 years. I want to bring Detroit-style pizza to LA.
We're gonna take a tour, right?
Yeah,
take us look around,
awesome.
try some pizza.
Come on in.
Check out the space here, this is great.
But we're in LA, and so it's like you the East Coasters that are here, all this, and people do slices, and it's like, well, we have the 2 slices or 4, and then it's this whole, you don't do right, you go round or New York, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, you're not getting slices in Detroit. Yeah, there's some places you can go to now, but it wasn't this New York thing like it is there. I guess if I was gonna put up a case and do a bunch of these and try to commit to it that way. Now, if it was a thing, that'd be a different story. If you're churning through it like Mama's 2 in New York, if you're churning shit like that, hey, that's a good problem to have. You know what I mean?
Do you think you have the foot traffic here if you did something like that, potentially?
You see some people now, it's like, it's okay, but it's...
When is a busy time here?
Man, I mean, this will be the first, we're 2 years in, so I look at the numbers. Me looking back at the last 2 years has been this kind of roller coaster.
No patterns that you can see.
The pattern is a roller coaster pattern. Yeah, and you're like,
what's going on?
What is going on? You know what I mean? Not like December fell off a shelf the first year, and so we were preparing for this, so it was her and I most days, and my staff was limited coming on the weekends, but it was her and I were here most of the time. Organically, the way the weeks fell, we had our 2-year, which was on the 29th. So we did a buy one, get one free. So that was a busy day. Oddly, the next day was busy. The New Year's Eve was busy pizza day. New Year's Day, busy again. Everybody's still off work. And then you're going into the weekend, which the weekend was actually the slowest part. But that whole week was like the second or third busiest week we had of all year. That brought up Q4. That brought up December. That brought up there was some profit there. Last year Q1 was the fires. I mean, this was
about a year ago, right?
This was day 3 of the fires. We were.
Did that affect you here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we were at the gym. And we're like, because it's so smoky. They're like, yo, that shit right up there is on fire.
Holy crap.
You know what I mean? Like
that hill right there.
There was a house up there was on fire, but the Palisades was like on fire.
Did you redo all this, or was this here when you took it over?
So the oven was here. The oven, the fryer. We actually did put, because there was a new AC and swamp cooler to negotiate to be put in because there was lack thereof, wasn't working. So that was new. So I had to actually redo all the ceiling tiles, some of the lights. I did buy a new fryer because there was probably that much grease that was caked underneath the thing when I took it over, which was disgusting. So both of these were sitting up about this high. They were balancing on a equipment stand that had no legs, that was balancing on a single door cooler that did not work, that was balancing on a brick. Ridiculous. So 3 compartment was here. Actually, this was all kind of marble slab for dough and whatever. Proofer I had, mixer was here. We rearranged some things, the other, the table. So we have a bunch of, 250 pans if we ever sell 250 pizzas.
I mean, 250 pounds is not cheap either.
No, it's not. But I've had some of these, for a while. And
Are those Lloyd pans?
they're Lloyd's. I went through the wheelhouse of doing the blue steel, seasoning them myself, buying ones that are seasoned, having to and just out of the gate, they just work the best. We par bake in them, and then they just stay so they don't shrink, because the blue steel pans are a little bit bigger than the Lloyd. So we used to par bake in the blue steel, shift them to the Lloyd's.
So you par bake them in the pan,
and we just leave it.
And just let it go.
Just
No shrinkage on the sides though?
I mean, minimal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, very, very minimal.
Yeah, not at all. Really.
I mean, not even, really just because, we just leave them.
How many square feet is this whole place?
905, 950, whatever.
No basement, right?
No basement. We made it so it's all just boxes, some shelf rearranging, and clean everything up. And
I like the walk-in too. You got walk-in door and doors out here?
Yeah.
Like
if we ever need that, yeah. So walk in. So, our cheese will be here.
Was that a fridge?
Yeah, a freezer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So we have an ice machine, so we buy ice. Keep some other batch stuff that we make. Our bacon jam, our sausage, our meatballs, vegan cheese. We make everything that we can in-house. All our pickles and chili oils and everything. We make everything.
Spacious in here, considering how small the square footage is.
Yeah.
You got a lot of room to move around.
Yeah, we made it, I feel like, pretty functional. She's making dough. We'll let it bulk ferment for a little bit. Portion them all in the pans, and then give it about an hour. We'll stretch them, press it in the proofer.
How long are they going there for?
80 to 90 minutes. On the speed rack, we'll par bake them on sheet trays.
Okay.
So 5 on a tray. Sheet trays just go right in the oven. Pull them out back on the rack. And then once they cool down, we stack them up like they are behind you. Yep. And then they'll transition to over here. We'll have a bunch of them cheese as we're to go into service. Top them all oven, boom, in to go, out here, and then bang.
What blended cheese is that?
This is brick cheese. This is brick cheese, cheddar, Munster, and mozzarella. Our mise en place, goat cheese, confit garlic we make, sausage we make, Iso pepperoni, bacon jam, cream cheese, Casa Beltrana olives, charred pineapple, pickled jalapenos and onions that we make, confit tomatoes, grated Parmesan we make in-house, our own chili crunch oil that goes on our cheese sticks, hot honey we make in-house, crunchy garlic, fennel pollen for some chefy stuff, truffle oil that we make. I drilled this thing into this, so when the pans come out for the hot pans, instead of on the cutting board, comes here, and then we pop them out, cut it, finish it, garnish it, whatever we're gonna do. The hot pan goes back there. We just clean it there.
It's a great setup.
Sometimes even when you think you've had it set up, you're like, oh, okay, I can still move some shit around, or you get another eye on it, because I'm staring at it all the time, and I'm like, I think it's good, but somebody can come in here like yourself, or anybody be like, oh, well, why didn't you just do this? And you're like, why didn't I think of it? This was another brand's pizzeria here, and we got in rather quickly. Took over the space. I was pretty proud. We got the license to open in 36 days.
Wow. Which is great from California.
Yeah. So, it was, and oddly, it could have been even sooner if I'd known what I was doing. But I'm still pretty proud of the fact that it was my first time going through the grind of it. And, again, a lot of the big stuff was here. We weren't really messing with stuff, changing any big stuff or around or anything. So, but yeah, it was really just a lot of lipstick on the outside, the facade. Inside, obviously it needed to be clean. So cleaned, scrubbed every inch of this place because, it was disgusting.
They closed, left
they
everything.
They closed. I mean, still flour on the tables, walked out, just gave up. I was already talking to the broker and I was like, oh, well, why didn't you, let's see what's up with this place. And so I was looking, and this one seemed to make the most sense because it was obviously second gen. The oven was here. Mixer, I mean, there's a walk-in freezer, all that jazz.
Were you doing pizza as a pop-up before this?
I came up with the idea to do the brand in late 2017.
Okay, so a while ago.
So the brand was I already had the name, the brand, the idea, and I was messing around with it. I used to be the chef of this restaurant called the Church Key, which is just up the road.
Okay.
It's since closed, but we did like a modern American cuisine with like on dim sum style carts. So it was like some of the first pizzas that I was making were Detroit pizzas that were given away on these carts, these little dim sum carts, kind of thing, and having fun with it. But it was like that Church Keeper used to be like, it was a club, it was a bunch of other things, but I had a pizza oven in it. And so we go in there and we're getting all the chefy stuff in there. We're like, okay, get rid of the pizza oven. We're never going to use that. I look back at it now thinking like that was 2013. Had we just left that thing there, you would have been at the forefront of like, when Uber Eats was launching and the brand, that would have been very just like that. What if we just like also did just this Detroit pizza out of the back door kind of thing, that all that very early on, DM only ordering, all
2020, you like grew all of that.
Yeah. We that was that much later, but
you'd have been way further ahead.
Oh yeah, so much rather like, and certainly as just almost the staple in the city for that, had you started at the forefront of that, The silver lining with the whole pandemic was, really got to kind of grow the business through that. So my first official pizza pop-up was out of another pizzeria up on the Sunset Strip.
Okay.
Did a couple pop-ups there, and then everything shut down. And then I started sharing some space down the road out of another restaurant. And then I opened up my license deal out into the food hall.
Yep.
And then we're back here in West Hollywood where we really kind of started the brand. I live close by.
That's great. When you did the pop-up, did you do Detroit-style pizzas in somebody else's pizzeria that didn't have Detroit?
Yeah. They did. They were the New York pizza shop. So I did Detroit. They'd never had it. So we were really at the forefront of bringing Detroit pizza to LA. We're niche Detroit style, pizza spot, a little chef driven, more say than just a random run of the mill.
Like, is there a criteria for Detroit style pizza that makes it Detroit style pizza?
In my eyes, I think the biggest thing really is the frico, the cheesy edge. I think is really the hallmark of the style. One could, the sauce goes on top after. That's the way we do it. But it's really, I think the cheese frico is the cheese crown is just kind of the hallmark of the style. It really separates it from any other style. It's a wide range of what's accepted as Detroit, but really, I think when it gets down to it, it really is the frico.
Does it matter that was the shape of the pan or no?
Yeah, I guess you could also add a square pan pizza. It's square pan pizza. Everybody fights for the corners. That's just what it was.
All right, so this right here is the pepperoni one. I mean, it's gonna scald my face off, but I'm gonna take one for the team here. Look at this. Look at that pepperoni falling off right there. That's so great. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. That's great. That's great.
I love the Detroit style pizza when it looks heavy,
but it's light. Like, this is so light and airy. You can see it's so airy in there and super soft, crunchy on the outside. Nice frico there, crunchy on the bottom, super soft and light when you take a bite of it. And what's this one? What's on this one again?
This is cremini mushrooms, goat cheese, pickled onions, thyme, and our house-made truffle oil.
House-made truffle oil, black truffle oil, right?
Yeah, black truffle.
Same thing here. You can see the bottom.
This is my favorite one. Yeah.
What's your most popular? It's got to be pepperoni, right?
Yeah, that's the most popular.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Pizzeria Insider. Hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. We have so many more episodes coming for you in the next couple of weeks. We're all around the country, and we're visiting some of the best pizza shops with the best pizza operators in the country, and we're bringing those stories and the pizza to you. So hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment below where you're watching from, and we'll be right back here next week for another episode of the Pizzeria Insider.